side versus Minty and Spartax. The game is underway. Early shot from Minty. Venom in red, Argon in blue here. And Venom, they have an opportunity to hand Argon their first. Can Spartax lead the charge doing so? Psycho saying absolutely not. He finds that booming clearance. Anthony is changing the ball, and I think, you know, my star player to look out for in this series is going to be Anthony. He's been such a powerhouse for multiple seasons now in the RS. I expect nothing less from him, but forget me saying his name. And Psycho takes control of this map and already gets the first goal from.
Yeah, initial touch just makes it awkward. The double commit comes through for Venom and means that Psycho is easily on hand to sweep up the ball into the back of the net. 30 seconds in and we're already off and running.
What a series we have ahead of us. Hold the line, trying to make something happen. A good touch from him, but straight to Nitri, who's able to play it forward momentarily. Hold the line, trying a bit of a counter-attack for here. But good rotations from Anthony and co, able to mediate that down. Psycho is going to put the booming clearance eventually. Looking for a teammate to push up a little bit higher. Psycho's going to go again for that second touch. Minty's awkward touch. Nitri's going to be there for the second goal in for Argon. Are Argon really just that good, Barman?
Clearly. I mean, it's not even as if they've had to do much to break them down. Venom are just so scared of what they're doing going forward that they're creating mistakes themselves, and entry allowed the far too easy entry into the back of the net as Minty couldn't find the clearance from the back wall. Less than a minute in, and Venom are finding out just what sort of a face-off against for Spartax. Goes down the other end, and on the minute mark, pulls one back for Venom.
We've had 3 goals in a minute between these two sides. I thought it was going to be a slower game. Prove me wrong.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. And I shouldn't be surprised with the players in this lobby. Spartax, Minty, 2 of the fastest players we've seen in RSC. I mean, 2 of the most aggressive players we've seen. Anthony as well. It's not a surprise whatsoever to see at this rate in scoring this many goals. Minty, though, is caught awkwardly in his own corner. Anthony's just prowling and doing a good job. Nishi's going to fly in. Anthony's going to be there once again. But he's taken away the ball, and eventually the clearance is going to come in. Psycho running a bit of an unorthodox course, and I don't really know what the choice is with these cars today, but if it works for them, it works. Minty's going to be there. Nice touch as well. Lean shoot, but just going to have enough boost to get to that ball. And I think he's probably on 0 by now. Nope, unless he got a few small pads with it. But 2-1 in favour of Argon. Minty finish there. A good block onto hold the line. Shot is going to Parent. Trying to keep the attack alive. Spartax is there. Literally just knock it away. Puts it actually in a really awkward position for hold line coming for the floor. Sharp's given an opportunity for Psycho to go right back down. Ball's going to the centre. Anthony Spartax takes it away eventually. And the counter-attack has started to form.
Psycho will try and boom it down. Darline cuts it out, but only finds Anthony attacking it. Again, Argon just pushing Venom further and further back. Good touch from Darline to try and break out once more. And Spartax is there before Psycho might open up now for Minty. Finds the touch. Finds the double off of the post. Oh my word, what an equaliser.
A equaliser coming out from Minty. Able to do it all himself. What a double tap that was. And that was straight back into the game. As if Argon never had the... What a beautiful performance from him. And I don't know if it's my mic cutting out or whether it's Barman's. But we'll have to see. But Minty looking to put a third one in. Instead leaves us to Spartax. And Venom finally woken up.
They have come back with a roar in the opening game here. Minty off for the crossbar. Allows Spartax to come through and find it in the back of the net. And something else that makes this series perhaps even more impressive is that so many of these players are people that have been working their way up through RSC. Anthony was playing in rival. Minty and Spartax came from the very bottom, and now they're performing at this sort of level. It's so amazing to see. Their stats throughout the season have been superb, and the opening 3 minutes of this series have been absolutely not a difference at all. They're playing to such a high statement, and 5 goals in 3 minutes is so impressive to see. I cannot wait for the rest of the series. It's going to be magical.
Really is. Spartax now trying to set something up. He leaves it for Minty, puts it off the backboard again, and the line is there to put the 4th goal in for Venom. And Venom now. I asked the question earlier, is Argon really that good? But maybe it's Venom who has all the answers. Because they are leading 4-2 over Argon. who are yet to drop a series this season. They've 2 games so far. You wouldn't look like it when the way that Venom's playing. It's the Spartak's now trying to put it forward. Psycho does get the pitch away. Psycho can look to pass into the center. Does find Nitri. Finds a beautiful redirect, but just a little bit high. Spartak's responds with one of his own to send it back down the field. There's Anthony now trying to find the flip reset. Can find it. Get the second touch high enough over to line. He says Psycho's going to be there to meet the ball. Minty just get a touch away, but it is Argon with all the pressure right now. Are they going to be able to capitalize?
90 seconds left to do so, but Venom are controlling the ball well, making sure that they do not find that breakthrough. After Argon made Venom look timid in the opening minute, Venom have just turned it around incredibly, scored 4 on the bounce, and now they're doing so well to make this defensive stand and make sure that they keep a hold of the 2-goal lead. Again, they're forced back, but again, they look capable of performing it and making sure that they keep a hold of the ball. Dylan again will go forward and maybe actually has a chance here. 1-on-1 with Anthony, maybe looks for the low 50, but Anthony will make sure the counter doesn't come off there as we go back into the midfield entry looking for Anthony, but can't get there first as Venom again intercepts. Dylan is roaring dangerously down this left-hand side, dropping in the middle for Spartak's to hit off of the post. Minty Sir Anthony, vital interception, and Dylan beaten out by Psycho. Argon will survive once more.
Holy moly. I can't believe that didn't go in. Anthony with the clutch save where you need to be. Spartak's looking to again. Minty's shot is taken away, but this Venom side really looking unstoppable right now. As you said, they were made to look timid in the first minute, but ever since then, the Venom has been taking a grasp of Argon. They have not let it go as Anthony looking to try and make something happen. Spartak's with the cut in the midfield, looking to go again, looking for the double tap, can't find the angle, difficult one. It's Minty now, it's going to pop it towards the center, looking for something to happen, but this game's all but over. Argon, they're going to falter. Venom will go up 1-0 in the series.
They might get another one at the death here. Minty will find it to get up onto his brace for this game, and not only did they outshoot 5-2 hops, they outshot 16-4. Domination in the final 4 minutes of game 1. What a turnaround.
What? Venom had 16 shots to Argon's 4? Are you joking me? That's ridiculous. What a stat. I haven't seen anything I've seen a stat like that before 8 ages. But it does look like potential
teams.
Between the top 2 teams. I mean, that is mental, but a substitution is about to happen. I think Kartoffel is coming in for Anthony here. Maybe able to change things up, but Argon made to look like Zulu right now. Really unable to do anything against Venom. What a performance it is. A really, really great showing. Oh, if I'm Venom, I'm flying high. Quaking in my boots.
Yeah, it's the first time as well, I've just went and checked, that Argon have lost the first game in this series. Venom, the first team to find that accolade, and certainly bodes well for them, and considering the manner in which they did it. It's going to require a huge amount of strength, a huge amount of willpower from Argon to keep themselves in it, but considering they've won all 5 previously, they definitely have it in them, and just have to make sure they don't let Venom run away with it once more as we head into game 2.
Indeed, let's see if Kartoffler, the assist maestro, can do anything about that. As it is still, 0-0 here. No early goals that we saw in the previous series in Premier, but Minty trying to make something happen. There again. And I need to just stop talking. Whenever I say no early goals, or whenever I say something, immediately it happens. The Spartans getting the first one in under 30 seconds.
Yeah, well placed. This time they flipped the script, and Argon, they looked good in the first minute last time and then didn't at all for the rest of the time. This time it might just be Venom the whole way through as they find our opener this time. Argon will try the bounce back as entries looking for the flip reset. Kartoffler make sure the counter doesn't come off for Venom, but this time Minty will beat out Psycho looking for the double again. He will find it, but was not quite the shot that he was looking for. Spartak's 50'd out. Minty to pick up the pieces, launched back into the middle. Spartak's up for it, but he cannot find the touch. Psycho will control, looking for the counter. No, it doesn't quite have the angle. They'll have to go for the pass instead, but cannot come away with the touch, and Daline makes sure he holds Kartoffler at bay.
Really good job from Deline. However, that clearance wasn't as good. There was an opportunity to get dunked on. Kartoffler looking to try to make a pass into the center. Mitchie is there to force the challenge onto Minty. Spartak's going to follow clearance of his own. Straight into path of Psycho, who's waiting on that back line. Deline trying to make something happen. A good pop from Minty is going to give Kartoffler a little bit to think about. He's getting pressured by Deline, and then Spartak's flying in. Fortunately for Kartoffler, Nietzsche was there to cover up pieces as well. Minty with a good cut in the midfield. Kartoffler having to play it into his own corner. And again, it is Argon backed and pinned backs against the wall here right now. Trying and hold off the onslaught that this side is putting on. Psycho is there to knock it out. However, again, Minty's going to come flying in for the shot. And it just seems like Venom got the answers to everything that this Argon side tries to do to get out of their own. Is just answered with, and Minty's pace to that ball was, Dividend Psycho thought he had enough time to go for the boost, but a mistake like that is costing them 2-0 in favor of this Venom roster. Argon, you've got to start giving some answers, otherwise they're just going to be shut out.
Yeah, and it's even more hurtful for them when they were doing so well for the last minute and a half to keep Venom out, and then all of a sudden it just falls apart at the back, and it's far too easy as they let Venom in. It's just that constant pressure, meaning that one slip up and Venom are straight back bearing down at the goal. But again, we just need to see the turnaround from Argon here. Maybe they're doing well enough at keeping them at bay, but 2-0 down, they need a response, and that is the response that I wanted. Entry finds the touch on target, and they pull one back.
Really, really good indeed. A great shot that was by Nitri, but it was, one of those sort of scenarios where the defender's still got a touch to the ball. It had to be so pinpoint accurate for them to find a finisher. And with a 2-1, the 1-goal deficit still very much doable for the side of Argon, quality side that they are. A great win by Spartax. This ball could be dropping in just a bit high as the pinch clearance does eventually get found. Hold line is there once again, tries to force a 50-50 and does so effectively as Nietzsche was boomed backwards towards his own half. Kartoffler just waiting patiently, he doesn't have too much boost to work with, so just gets a bit of an awkward touch. Minty now trying to do something of his own, just get the pass into the center. Artax is already back, but he's going to get beaten by Psycho. Nietzsche is there, tries to leave for Kartoffler, but all three players commit on the side of Argon to that offense, and that's what happened. If you aren't going to complete it, you're going to get punished.
Trying to claw their way back into this one a little bit too desperately, and they get demoed out as well to pour further salt in the wound. Spartak's great vision on the rotation backwards to make sure that one opened up for his teammate, and Venom will retake their 2-goal lead with 2 minutes left for Argon to once again try and get their way back into it. They will keep trying though, and Entry might have the angle. No, the demo still comes out actually from Venom. I thought it was going the other way, but it doesn't matter. Argon still get the goal that they wanted, and once again it's Entry as he finds 2 in this game number 2.
Good performance indeed. Now Nitri being the only man really to stand up in the face of this Venom roster has given them the opportunity to come back. Kartoffler very quiet, even though he's come off the bench to try and make an impact. Not really too much seen so far from him. Nitri, the danger man for this Argon. Nothing happened. Psycho wasn't able to get that shot away. It does give Minty a little bit of space with a nice flick from him. It's going to give the clearance effectively. Nietzsche has popped it up high in the midfield, does get challenged by Hold the Line, but Hold the Line unable to get the touch to the ball. Clearances are there as Nietzsche tries to get the redirects, instead going to leave it to bounce and actually gets a touch as Spartak's clearance is going to link up with Minty as the ball bounces in the midfield. Spartak does get a touch, gets it around. How did he get that touch around that final defender? You have to see the replay, but perfectly places his car to knock it around Psycho. What a finish. I saw in chat moments ago it's unfair for Spartak to be playing because he doesn't miss. And I think that's rather true.
Yeah, all Minty has to do is find the 50 into the middle, and then that's his work done. Spartak will always be there to find it into the back of the net, and with 70 seconds remaining puts once again Argon in a situation where they need 2 with very little time remaining, and with Venom looking as good as they do, I think they might just score a 5th once again as we are seemingly heading towards the same scoreline. It's down to Argon to change that around though. No touch for Taline, but also no touch. Who was that? I didn't even see because it was moving so quickly, but there was no touch found. It might be straight down the other end. Minty doesn't find the shot. Taline will, but relatively timid as Kartoffler finds the save.
Oh my god, that could have been the moment. That could have been the opportunity that Argon need to bring it back here. The ball is bouncing dangerously. Nietzsche trying to do something there, but Minty's clearance effective. Kartoffler does keep it in the play. A good pass over to Psycho, who's not going to find the finish. Is the line with a goal line stand. And because of that save, it's made it near impossible for the side of Argon to bring it back, unless we're seeing some miracle. The line being an anchor at the defense when he needs to. 10 seconds and ticking. The ball's in the opposite end of the field. This game's over. We're going to have Venom go 2-0 up in the series and on the edge of winning it. Oh my word, who would have thought Venom to come out so hard, so fast, and be so goddamn effective?
Jaw-dropping save from Dylan at the end to confirm this 2-win lead. It is the first time that this has happened to Argon. They are guaranteed to have at the very most a draw here. They will not be keeping up this winning streak, and this is all down to Venom absolutely stepping up to the plate here, not letting the stream pressure get to them one bit, as they have looked at points in these opening 2 games absolutely unstoppable.
Indeed, and I have to be worried for Argon, because as you said, they're not used to this sort of situation, and subsequently, how are they going to deal with it mentally? Are they going to be able to bring it back? Are they going to be able to compose themselves? Because they haven't got the experience here. They don't know what it's like to lose that this season. And they're now in a hole fighting for the draw. And, they lose this next game. All they can fight for, measly win. And plus, they're going to lose that first place spot. It is very, very difficult. And this is now or never for Argon. However, the way that Venom's playing right now, it's clinical. Absolutely clinical. However, don't cut Argon out. They're at the top for the reason. Let's see whether they've got any more answers in there. But
yeah, if they do lose a third game here, they will be overtaken by Venom at the end of week number 3 here. So absolutely everything to play for at the top of the elite table. Argon trying to battle their way back, and Venom trying to see out this series victory. Under fire at the moment, his entry will put on some pressure. Kartoffler to pick it up, but Psycho has no angle to be found, and Entry is forced to pick it up in the midfield, trying to push it. But Daline is too quick to the ball. Kartoffler gets around Minty, but not around Spartax, who's looking for Minty now on the left-hand side. It'll come out to Psycho for the shot, but again, no power, no accuracy on it, and Venom will be able to collect and get it out. They've been the ones under pressure in this opening minute, but they've looked capable of dealing with everything that Argon have thrown at them.
Really, really good job indeed. Psycho, last player back, does get a touch down to Nitri. He just puts it off his own corner. Awkward for Minty to kind of keep that attack going. He's given Kartoffler a breakaway opportunity here. Looking for the double tap. Oh, the bounce is awkward, and Spartax is going to find that clearance every day of the week as the line gets the demo onto Kartoffler, who's lingering in that back line. Nitri with a brilliant touch, though. The ball bouncing towards the net. Minty's going to be the first player there. Doesn't get it. However, because of the lack of power on that ball, Spartax able to put the shot towards the goal of Argon. Kartoffler does find that save as Psycho now. A brilliant flick of his own. Plays it off the backboard. Minty can't get the read, but Spartax is there to tidy it up. There seems to be just no errors coming out. Venom. Spartax finds the flippy save, finds the opportunity, gets the dunk, and gets the finish! Oh my Spartax! Someone nerf this man!
The highlight plays continue. It looked like a relatively safe flip reset for Entry to deal with, but he did not see the dunk coming through. Spartax with the most amazing of reads here. 2 minutes into game number 3, and Venom once again have not slowed down. They pick up where they left off, and Argon desperately trying to find their way back into this one, but Spartax says no.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable Spartax. However, answered back quickly by Nitri. A brilliant job from him as Kartoffler puts that finish in. No, Nitri puts that finish in after Kartoffler's assist. Great job from them. Really good performance from Nitri. See how they have to bounce back. And you can't see it. Off screen, there's a little bit of chatting between these two sides. Nothing too drastic. But definitely for the fact that it's getting very competitive in this game.
Yeah, you can feel the tension. You can feel just how much this series means and how much Argon do not want to drop to this series defeat. Entry has been the man that's been keeping them alive, but Kartoffler did finally get on the board in goal participations there with his assist after jumping in game number 2 here, trying to work it up once again, but Spartax will get the save bumped a little bit by Kartoffler, but still will find the block onto Entry. The man seemingly keeping Argon alive, but maybe not for much longer. Minty looking for the double. This time Kartoffler to intercept, and Venom do not find their lead once again just yet.
Back and forth action here. Minty trying to find the clearance, goes down to Kartoffler. Nitri is there. Not much he can do. Decides to try and stay with it. The Spartax is there with the challenge. Minty does find the clearance. Deline's going to absolutely whiff that ball. Kartoffler with an opportunity here. Puts it down. Spartax is there to put it into the corner. Nitri once again trying to find an opportunity and an opening for his teammates, but nothing transpiring. Minty going off the bat. Ball gets bumped by Nitri again. Kartoffler into the corner, looking for the setup. He is the assist man himself. But a great read from Deline could give a goal here. Could get enough place on that shot, and Nichi's going to be able to get back to it. A good pass over to hold the line from Minty. He's going to keep the attack alive as Minty was looking for that pop, but it's going to transpire into absolutely nothing. Spartax trying to do something with the ball. Nichi's going to find that challenger. And actually find the bump as well. Find the double bump, but Deline able to cover that nicely. The Spartax is going to take that away. 1:12 left on the clock here, barman. It is anybody's game.
Yeah, Dialine once again becoming that defensive rock as he finds his first save of this one. Has been thwarting Argon left, right and centre throughout this series and is really, really doing wonders for Venom's chances here. Spartax at the other end. Psycho has to make the goal line stop. Dialine for the next one, and this one will not be stopped. Venom retake their lead with less than a minute left.
Less than a minute. A great performance indeed from both of these sides. Deline able to clutch up where need be for the Venom roster. Really, really great performance indeed. What a showing. And it looks like Deline almost getting a kickoff goal there. Well read by Psycho to keep that out. Spartax is just tracking the dangerously. Unable to get the mid boost. Psycho was literally able to stay with it that time. Psycho is tracking back. Deline waiting on the backboard, and with that is going to be cleared down the field. Nichi tried to force a 50-50. Minty tried to force the 50-50, and Nichi's going to... 30 seconds ticking now. Argon have to try and do something with this. Deline is there, puts a shot early. Spartax trying to find the redirector. Minty is last player back, actually gets the whiff. Deline have rotated just quick enough to get back there in time, but it was dangerous as all three players did commit on the attacker. But it's still the side of Venom with all of the possession. The ball going down, back down the field. Kartoffler is not going to be able to get to it. Gets the dunk though, gets the 50 win, and subsequently Psycho able to get the finish. Somehow Kartoffler was able to get that 50 win, and Psycho with the finish. That was ridiculous from Kartoffler.
Perhaps an even more important dunk than Spartax. They're just even better as they fully read Dialine on that play. Once again, steps up to the plate in terms of being a midfield maestro and setting up the plays for his teammates. At the death here, Psycho equalizes. Might be a late winner for Venom, but Argon, they're desperately trying to stay in and make sure that Venom don't guarantee the win just yet, as Hops, we find our way into overtime.
We have got another overtime, and this is exactly kind of what teams how close been. Venom seems to be able to run away with it, but a great finish, and it's Kartoffler, the man of the moment, able to set up the previous goal, and the clearance is there. A great finish from him, and subsequently 3-2 in favor of the side of Argon to take it to a game 4 potential tie on the line. They've stepped it up, Argon, but it's been individual moments of brilliance to take them to this moment here. I can't call it in game number 4. I think if you're going for a comfort pit, you're going Venom, but if you're going with a momentum pit, you're going Argon. I have no clue.
Unbelievable showing from Kartoffler here to make sure Argon are still staying alive. It looked like Venom were about to dismantle this Argon team, and they did in games 1 and 2, but Argon bounced back. They did enough to make sure that Venom weren't running away with it this time, and they get their late equalizer, they get their winner in overtime. It's, as you say, impossible to call going into game 4. Venom desperately on the attack trying to make sure that they do get the win in the first defeat for Argon, but It's no easy win for either team. It's going to be an absolutely ridiculous game at number 4 between Argon and Venom at the top of Elite.
It really is. Psycho has found himself with the ball, trying to make something happen. Goes for the flip reset, can't find it. Meets Spartax instead. Nietzsche's going to put it off the backboard, looking for the double tap. Finds one flip reset. He's looking to find a little bit of a double flip reset there, but unable to do so. Spartax clearance is going to go all the way back down the field. So much raw talent on the side. Nietzsche somehow keeps that ball away. So much talent on this field. Really, anything can happen.
Kartoffler bring it out of defense. Both teams looking for the opening goal here in game number 4, looking to be the ones that pull first blood. Venom have the sole shot of the opening 40 seconds here, but nothing that Argon couldn't deal with. Entry pushing forward, doesn't find the touch, but will get underneath Daline instead as Minty finds the touch. Psycho in the Proteus to get it back in the danger zone, but Daline too well placed to let that happen. Kartoffler's 50 will find Psycho on the right. Off of the ceiling he goes. Has Entry waiting in the middle. Tries to go himself instead, but Minty put him off of the angle and will now control out of the corner. Psycho still in their way, still playing up to this one. Now Argon looking a little bit light at the back as Venom try to pull off the counter, but Daline can't find their way through. And once again, Argon re-pick up the pieces and are the ones that are looking that little bit more likely to open the scoring, but Venom certainly not far behind them in that aspect.
Really good performance indeed so far. Both these sides finding opportunities, using their unbelievable skill to open up the gaps. Minty with the good catch. And it feels like it's only, the only thing that's going to break these two teams is moments of magic. That's pretty much all the goals that we've seen so far. Moments of absolute brilliance. Nietzsche this time going to put it forward. Minty's going to be there to meet the ball. Going to go up to side to challenge Kartoffler. Ball goes a bit stale. Psycho is going to pick it up and send it right back down the field. Spartax is there. Literally trying to make something happen, but over the corner, looking for the pass into the centre. Can't find it. Minty's going to be there to challenge once again, but to line with the clearance. Going to fall straight over to Psycho, though. Now Minty's challenge onto Kartoffler going to be mitigated. Nietzsche trying to go for the shot. With a save by Deline again, being that defensive persona for the side of Venom. Spartax now rotating backwards. A good challenge from Deline. Spartax going to be looking to challenge onto Nietzsche, who gets a flick over one. Straight into the path of Minty. However, it is still the side of Argon going forward now. Venom looking maybe like they've run out of steam or opportunity or ideas. They've definitely been pinned out back in their own half as we approach the halfway marker. But Deline trying to have something to say about it, looking to put it all the way down the field. A good save from Psycho, but Minty's going to look for the double tap, find it. And there we have it. That attack's going to be quelled very quickly. The Spartax attempting to keep it alive. Neither of his teammates in a good position. Not the best of touches. It's bouncing towards the net. Minty had to get back. But 2 minutes left on the clock, bar man. Venom looking a little bit tired.
Yeah, you saw even in that Minty play, neither Spartax or Daline were backing them up. Now the Psycho demo eliminates Daline from the back line. The man that has proved so dangerous for Argon. Never have they seemingly been able to beat him. But if he's not there, he's not able to stop Entry. And once again, he gets himself onto the score sheet. He's the one not quite single-handedly, but almost keeping Argon in this one. Kartoffler certainly stepped up last time, but we're set up for a grandstand finish here as Venom will be chasing the game for the first time in a very long time in this series.
Really good performance indeed, and as you said, Nietzsche's been really that standout man needed for the side of Argon. He stepped it up. He has 4 shots to his name, the most of it in this matchup. Venom only has 1 shot in total so far in this game, not boding well for the outcome of this series for them. The way it started, Venom looked like to take it, the whole thing. But as you said, he cannot count Argon out whatsoever, as they've been a really strong force throughout the whole of this series. A bit of a pinch is bouncing towards the net. Spartax is going to be able to get back to it. He's being tailed by Nitri, hot on his heels. Kartoffler with a shot, but taken away by Deline. Spartax going to come off the backboard and send it all the way down the other end of the field. Nitri once again there. Just under a minute left, and it is still the side of Argon in the lead. Kartoffler trying to make something happen. Minty's there. Puts it forward. Spartak's going to play it off the side, looking for the second touch. Can't find it, unfortunately. Looking to play it around. Almost does. Fortunately for Argon, Kartoffler was there to make... Battle again is Minty trying to keep it alive, and leaves it for his teammate. Spartax is the line. tried to make something happen. In the end, the clearance is going to come out in the form of a pinch and Psycho's touch, but Minty, such a good control of his car, tries to put it into center, looking for a teammate, but nobody there for the shot. Venom waking up in the last couple of seconds here. Have they got it? What it's in them to find a finish? No, they haven't. Toffler has got a save. Hold the line, trying to make it happen. Can he keep it alive? Push off the power bomb, looking for a teammate. Spartax stop. But he plays it wide, and he misses. Spartax misses, and that is going to be Argon clutching up.
Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a text, said they're proud of me. Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a track, now they're proud of me. Everyone in high school doubted me. Woke up to a text, say they're proud of me. Woke up to a text, say they're proud of me. Say they're proud of me.
Prom night, high school, I might get it. I can't leave till